Hello guys, welcome back to another Dokkan video, and don't go anywhere because I am about to go in depth into both the Super Saiyan 2 Goku banner and the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta banner, and let's see if it's worth you doing a multi-summon or not. Now before I do talk about this, now the banner comes out in a few days and we don't know if Dokkan are going to change some of the units around, make it maybe a bit more worth for us to summon, because the anniversary is so close now and Dokkan will do anything to get us to spend stones before the anniversary. Now without further ado, the first banner I will talk about is the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta banner. Now here's the banner first, and I'm going to go into each unit and tell you, if they're worth any, if they've got any worth, to be honest. Now when I am talking about this banner, what I do recommend is if there's 3 or 4 units out of the units I do talk about that you need, maybe it's worth a rotation, maybe. If it's less than 3 though, not worth it, dudes, it's just save them stones. But anyways, let's get straight into it with the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Now, first of all, his leader skill, he is an amazing leader, runs 2 pretty strong categories. The Super Saiyan 2 category has some really strong units on there, got the leader, you got the LRs on there. This team does lack some support units. I mean, you've got this Gohan, but he's not that good. But it's fine because he also has a sub-lead for the Resurrected Warriors, which has the support you need. Okay, you got your extreme physical Kid Buu, you got the super physical Bardock. You got quite a lot of support from Resurrected Warriors. So really nice subcategory. I mean, it's only 150%, so it's only worth taking the supports off Resurrected Warriors, but it's still good. Now, you won't see this guy's form this often, but he raises defense, a bit of a boost. He gets higher, more attack, the more HP you have, so he's good for just cleaning off some events. You won't use him for that hard stuff. But when he transforms to the Majin Vegeta, this is where he gets amazing, because he raises defense for 1 turn on super attack, so he's got a tank. He can stun with a high chance, and also just getting 3 key spheres, he gets attacks effective against all types. That's pretty much like Gogeta. Now, main problem with this guy is, since he turns from super to extreme, that does mean that maybe he's not worth taking in Battlefield or something. He's really bad on mono teams because he just doesn't fit. Maybe you could get it to work if you do more than 20% damage on the first turn. Maybe you can run him on super tech maybe, but other than that, you're really going to see him mainly on his own team. Maybe a bit of Resurrected Warriors as well, or Vegeta family. Yeah, he is optimal on the Vegeta family team, so that is worth keeping a note of. This guy is not something that you'd probably take into LGE or something like that. It's mainly just to run Dokkan events to have some fun with. Obviously, if you're really big into Majin Vegeta, I mean, because these 2 units, this and the Goku, will be coming back on the Gotenks banner. So if this is one you really want, if you just can't wait, maybe you will have to do a rotation, but we'll get into that. Now, the next unit, LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now, I don't really need to explain much about this. He runs the Vegeta family category, which is a top tier category essentially. Really amazing unit, really good defensively at the start, and he does build his attack up to be as strong as LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku anyways. So really good. Really good for Battlefield, good leader skill for that. Just really good for some SBRs as well, since he starts off with his full defense. Only problem is though, I would not recommend him to be your best bet if you're struggling on the LGE. There are better units to take for the LGE, or even for some SBRs as well. But yeah, so he isn't the best there. I mean, but he is a powerhouse, and if as I said before, if you haven't done Super Strength SBR, or if you're struggling on Pure Saiyan SBR, if you're struggling on Shadow Dragon Saga SBR, this guy could be the one to carry it for you. Because he's not amazing, but he still carries his weight. And to be fair, the Shadow Dragon SBR is a really limited category, so doing that without one of the LR Super Saiyan 4s is going to be a struggle. But if you need to get those events done, do consider this guy. Now we're going on to some really juicy, valuable units here. Okay, not the Bora, we'll get into the Bora afterwards. Okay, so this physical Vegeta is such a top tier unit, it is incredible. Now, the main reason why is, first of all, every single time he super attacks, he stacks his defense. So as long as you're super attacking all the time before he gets the Super Saiyan Blue, he will have ridiculous defense and attack. And yeah, he has a normal like passive in it, but he also gets a bit of a nuking passive additionally, which is, you know, it's always nice. But the main thing is this guy is amazing for SBRs. You know, if you need, as I said before, pure Saiyan, super physical SBR, anything like that. His leader skill, he is the best pure Saiyans category leader, and it is a top tier team. He's not the best leader, but you know, he's something. But he's also a super class key plus 3 HP attack and defense 100% now. This could come through for you on Battlefield if you need it. Like, remember guys, if you haven't done Battlefield fully, like if you can't complete Battlefield every single month, that is 30 stones you're wasting every single time. Like, you need to summon to at least be able to get Battlefield done, and then you can kind of, you know, like summon for your favourites there. I would recommend focusing purely on Battlefield at the beginning. Anyways, let's look at the categories though. Oh my god. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 categories. Oh my god. And some of these categories are missions for the LGE, Realm of God, Pure Science, Full Power, Transformation Boost, and for all of that, you will have him linked up with his main linking partner. I will get into that, and that's it. Them two will tank the LGE, and that's a one rotation locked in for all of your LGEs. This guy, definitely worth, if you don't have him, definitely worth putting him as one of your things if you want to go for him. Do remember guys as well, even if you got these, never summon for a unit over 2 dupes. Never summon. Even if it's your favourite unit. Like say if LR Goji is your favourite and you're summoning on the anniversary, and you pull him, you know, you're going hard, you're going really deep into the banner, you know, you've got him with 2 dupes and he's still going in, don't do it. Never summon for a unit over 2 dupes. It's just not worth it. Because you may go, what, 3,000 stones in a Rainbow LR Gogeta, just an example. Then what will you do when he's featured on another banner later down the line? Are you going to be barber shopping them? You know, are you going to like barber shopping them? It's best just to, you know, pace yourself. Just know that any unit that comes out, they will always be back on a better banner. Never forget that. If you just keep that in your mind, you'll be able to summon way more smarter. Now, but this guy, amazing. Next guy, just as amazing as this guy, and it is his actual linking partner for when this guy turns into Super Saiyan Blue. Now, this guy, not the best leader for Pure Saiyans, he's the second best, or third best actually if you include the LR in Goku, but you know, still an amazing unit, great defense. Look at all those teams. Most of these teams he fits on with this guy, so that these guys will be your rotation for the majority of your LGE missions. And any SBR, you can take this guy on, Transformation Boost, you know, Full Power, Pure Saiyans, Realm of God. You will probably take this guy. He's just so reliable, so consistent. You get the most worth out of these 2 units out of nearly any unit I've got on here, to be honest. But honestly, if you haven't got him, definitely worth going for, especially if you haven't got most of this game complete, because as I said before, if you're like me and you've gotten all the events done, all the LGEs done, all the missions done, essentially you can summon for your preference, what you like. I could drop all my stones onto maybe the Android 13 banner. Would it stop me from completing all the events? No, it's just really what you like. But if you can't complete all the events, you know, if you're stuck on that, you know, Super AGL SBR, maybe, you know, think about something perfectly for this guy. Maybe put him on your list if you are struggling for a few SBRs and you don't have him. You know, always a good option. Really good for Battlefield as well, since he does get some defense as well. Good Battlefield unit if you're struggling on a, you know, if your Super AGL Battlefield team is not that good, you know, do you ever think about it? Now, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, not one of the better ones on this list. So, is he worth summoning for like directly? Probably not, but do recognize that, you know, he is not a bad unit still. You know, 100 attacking defense, 120%, nothing to laugh about, and he can still counter super attacks, but he is optimal on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku team, you know, the Goku family team. So, you know, if you've got LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, got like AGL Pan off the AGL banner, you got lucky. And if you are missing this guy, you can put him as one of your things to go for if you're looking to build an optimal Goku family team. I mean, that's just if you know you care about like the optimal builds and like everything. If you check the Reddit out, you see a lot of calculations on there. Other than that, like, great leader for Battlefield. You know, he's the mono Super Agile leader, so you will need him for Battlefield no matter what. If you don't have a copy of him, as I said, Battlefield really important. Even SBR, not too bad. You know, defense isn't terrible. He's not like the Super Saiyan Goku. you know, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Shadow Dragon Saga. I mean, if you don't pull this guy, where is he? Okay, I got rid of the LR Super Saiyan 4, but if you don't pull the LR Super Saiyan 4, not too bad of a replacement. Not too bad. Now, Int Vegeta. Honestly, he has got an EZA now, which makes him really good. Although, remember guys, if you're new to this game, these EZAs are not the easiest to complete, guys. So, I will talk about this unit, but so this unit is pretty good. You know, you will probably want to take him onto some SBRs or LGEs. Probably not LGE actually, looking at what he actually does. But if you cannot do his EZA, like look at his EZA and JP, have you got those units? If you don't have those units, no point counting him in. No point, because using him without his EZA, he's a wasted slot. Like, why would you ever use him when you can use, you know, this guy, you know, pretty wasted slot. But if you can do his EZA, not too bad for, you know, Super Int, SBR, or LG, not LGE, SBR Battlefield, Super Int Battlefield. Pretty good, pretty good. This guy, now, this guy, the only ever time you will ever use this guy is for Super Saiyan 3 SBR and maybe Super Strength SBR if you haven't done it. Those are the only two times you will ever use him. Honestly, even if you haven't got Super Saiyan 3 SBR done, just I would say wait a bit, because this guy's going to be featured on some other banners now. I mean, this banner isn't the best, but I mean, say if you do need like this guy and you need this guy and you still need this guy, maybe worth a rotation. But if you're just missing like these two, maybe a bit of a skip, guys. Maybe a bit of a skip. He's still solid though, like amazingly defensive unit. Can't run him on the LGE, which is a shame. So no LGE help for Pure Saiyans or anything like that. But yeah, solid unit, and remember, you will have to be able to do the EZA. Do check up on that. Yeah, that is the Vegeta banner. If there's more than 3 or 4 units that I've gone over that you want to summon on, I would recommend one on rotation. The reason why I'm not talking about the boy, even though he is pretty good, you know, like raises defense, you know, has some stun the unit, gives support, is he's a non-DFE. You will pull this guy eventually off a random banner, so don't worry about that. Don't ever count him in, ever. But that's the Vegeta banner. I will get into the Goku banner right now, and then I'll give you my final thoughts afterwards, so be right back. Okay, now look guys, let's have a look at the Goku banner. Now the Goku banner, I'll get into it. I'd say if you haven't got any of the units at all, technically the Vegeta banner is better for rotation, but I will just go into this right now guys and show you. First of all, the in Super Saiyan 2 Goku that does turn into Super Saiyan 3 upon transformation of this guy. Really solid unit, you know, the more HP the greater defense, whereas Imagine Vegeta has the attack. Only big problem is now for these newer people summoning, like if you're new to the game, the categories he leads, Otherworld Warriors with a Super Saiyan 3 sub-lead, not that good. Like this is the Otherworld Warrior team, and honestly, like if you don't have LR Physical Gogeta, the EZA Strength Gogeta, stuff like that, the category is terrible. Like really needs some work. Super Saiyan 3 as a sub-lead as well, only 150%. The Super Saiyan 3 category doesn't have much support anyways. I mean, you wouldn't really want to chase this guy right here. He's not that good. I mean, his Great 8 transformation is rubbish. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's probably the best thing to take from here, but honestly guys, really disappointing leader skill. So if you're a new player and you want to pull him, that's great, but if you don't have a proper leader skill for him, you won't have a proper team for him. Like, yeah, if you look at his team, like, you wouldn't imagine Busaga's not a fleshed out team. You could put him on Resi Warriors, but I mean, the only place you could really run this guy properly is like either Transformation Boost on Cooler, maybe a Goku family, but mostly it might be a Super Saiyan 2 team along with the Imagine Vegeta, but that requires you pulling both units, which, you know, may not happen this time because they are like the, you know, the prime units. So still a worthwhile unit to get if you really do enjoy the Super Saiyan 2 unit, but it's a preference thing this time. It's not pulling in for a specific thing. I mean, Super Int SBR, he's not even a leader. I wouldn't really take him there. He could be okay there. Battlefield, he's okay as well. He's not that great. His leader skill's kind of redundant in Battlefield, which is kind of a shame. However though, AGL LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is amazing, but big but with this one now. Honestly guys, using him mainly for either Battlefield or like Super Battle Road. That's about it, because his leader skill's good. You know, he's a Super AGL leader for Battlefield. You wouldn't use Goku family for Battlefield, but you know, this could come in handy. But most of you would have spent their, like, if we're going to Goku family, everybody should be either already have this guy with their red coins, or you should have either be saving up for him, and he is a Goku family leader as well. So, you know, not as important as having a Vegeta family leader, because, you know, you should already be going for Gobos. So he isn't a must-have. He is really strong though, optimal on Goku family team anyways. But yeah, Shadow Dragon Saga, SBR if you need him for. You're saying the SBR not that much, since he has no defense. He has lower defense on starting than the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so he will let you down on that, trust me. And even on the LGE, not that good. So SBR LG, not the best, but you know, he does so much damage. He may be worth going for, but you know, if you go in specifically for these specific categories to get the most wider range of category like leader skills, you know, maybe miss him out. This guy is perfect if you just started the game. If you just started the game, like honestly, like I say, like a month ago, 2 months, this is the guy. This guy is really top tier for you because he's a mono super leader. So honestly, you can just put any super class units you have. You don't have to worry about, you know, which categories they're in or anything. You just throw them into here, you will have a team. But other than that, he's not that good of a unit. His links get really janky when he transforms up, which is really bad. Especially having to wait this long to get over in the flash means he's kind of redundant on like Super Saiyan 3 and stuff. Like, so it's not that good of a unit. Like, really good for a starter unit, that's all I can say. Like, good for clearing Dokkan events at the beginning, but that's about it. He doesn't really like link up well when he turns to Super Saiyan God Blue. His defense is the best, it's like non-existent. He only has damage reduced. Kind of a bad unit, but you know, I couldn't say go for him, to be honest, unless you're like really like 2 weeks into the game or something like that and you just need a unit to start your game off with. Into UI Goku, easy skip. We have so much Realm of Gods leaders now, it's not even funny. Like, any of these could be properly ran. I mean, Age of the Matsu is 10 times better than him. Beerus is better than Beerus is coming soon as well, guys. And this guy is on the anniversary, so if you really want to run a Realm of Gods team, don't even think about UI Goku. He's not that good of a unit. Super int team for your Battlefield team, that's about it. That's honestly about it. Maybe get lucky and he dodges in your Super int Super Battle Road run. Maybe that's what I can see him being used off. But other than that, nothing else. I mean, because he loses defense in this is terrible. Really, I mean, he was okay back in the day, but you know, it's not back in the day now. Same with this guy, not the best unit. Mono Super Tech leader, great for Battlefield if you're missing units for your Super Tech team, but other than that, I mean, no defense, you won't be taking him anywhere difficult. Super Saiyan 3 team's too squishy. If you want to run Super Saiyan 3, you need the Dragon Ball Heroes units. Movie Heroes, can't find a spot on him there, he doesn't fit in Goku family. Maybe Otherworld Warriors if you want to run it with this guy, but he's not that good anymore, really outdated. Doesn't need his EZA really quickly, there's no defense. Same with this guy, no defense, great for Battlefield. He's also optimal on the Vegeta family team, which is something going for him. So if you like running Vegeta family team and you want to run it the strongest you can do with the most damage per turn, this guy would be for you. But then again, I wouldn't summon on this banner, particularly just if this was the guy you wanted. Obviously you could have like this and this as the 3 units you wanted, you know, 3 out of 7 or 4 out of 7, you know, to summon on this banner. But honestly guys, I wouldn't even count this guy as one, even if you do quite want to have the strongest Vegeta family team. He's just not worth it. You know, you got the anniversary coming up soon, don't put this guy in your mind. And the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, kind of a, you know, hit or miss. His Extreme Z Awaken's really fun to run, you know, with all this stuff, but honestly guys, like, he doesn't last that long, so I can't see him Infinite Dragon Ball History, I can't see him LGE, he's not that good for the SBRs, just for some fun. And most of you, if you've been starting out, you won't have his ECA done anyways up to 30. So don't count this guy either. If you are new to the game, also this guy, as I said before, non-DFE, don't really need to speak about him, but really good unit, but non-DFE. So you'll pull him on a different banner, never count this guy as a could be for your summons. Now, going over all of these now. If you are new to this game, I recommend you doing A rotation will think it's 180 stones. If you start the game, you should have a summon just the Vegeta banner, honestly. If you're really new and you have hardly any units, because pulling this guy or pulling this guy will set you off on your way to be able to clear your Dokkan events and everything. You know, and if you pull this guy or the actual tech, that's great as well. But the Goku banner has really nice units, but honestly, if you don't pull this guy or like this guy, you're kind of stuck for a team, guys. Like, that's my opinion anyways. Obviously, I don't want to summon, but I probably will do a rotation on each banner just for YouTube. But yeah, that's what you got, dudes. If I've gone over the units and you've noticed I've talked about a battlefield you need to complete, maybe consider dropping, you know, if you can't do those battlefields yet or if your team struggle. But other than that, you know, and even if you do want to summon as well, guys, only one rotation. You don't go further than that. The anniversary is really soon. This is a should you summon, as in should you do one rotation only. Any more than one rotation and it is a waste. At least when you do your one rotation, you can say you went for them. But that is about it, guys. Let me know if you're actually summoning on the banner, if you're doing one rotation, or if you're just doing no rotations, or if you're just using the tickets they've given us this week. Let me know anyways, and good luck, guys, as well on your tickets and your summons. So do let me know what you get if you ever come back to this, and I'm bouncing out. See you, guys.